What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Final Fantasy Wave Access video. And huge disclaimer before we begin, this is not going to be a completely negative video, so if that is what you're looking for, this is not the video for you. If you're looking for a completely positive video, this is not the video for you. I'm going to be doing some positives and some negatives in regards to this letter here. So if neither of those things interest you, if you just want a completely negative, completely positive, well, I guess you'll have to find someone else to talk with. So anyways, so we got here a letter once again from the operations team instead of the developer himself or, you know, someone of a capacity, because they never really introduced, they never really said anything here like, oh, signed by, you know, the head developer or something. So we don't know who actually wrote this. This could be just, you know, this could be someone off the street. So I'm just gonna point that out really quickly. But anyways, I'm gonna read this in my very boring voice. I know you guys love that. We would like to follow up on a letter from the operations team posted on the FFBE Facebook page to speak to the concerns of the community. If you didn't see that one, I already made a video on that as well, so make sure you check that out. First, we would like to provide further details about the special present campaign to show our appreciation for veteran players. And I mean, at least it is there, but once again, I want to mention, just like I mentioned in that video, the first letter, we shouldn't have to demand these things. They should just come. Now on one end, yes, you can see that in one way, and the other way, maybe there's some kind of red tape or, like, you know, something in the way, bureaucracy in the way of that situation where they're not letting us have it, but they'll give a new player stuff. So there's two sides of one coin on that thing there. Starting September 2nd, players will be presented upon login with 2021 player appreciation summon tickets based on the total number of login days players logged in from the beginning of FFBE until the 2nd of December. So there are some leeway days to get to that 1,460 number. For example, if you're a certain number, you could get to that, you could reach it. Now, unfortunately, if you are not even anywhere near that, unfortunately, you're going to be SOL out of that one. But for most people, you're either at this range or you're not even anywhere near, and you just have to suffer with these ones. But at least the majority of people in my Discord are posting at this day or around this day, or are going to be able to reach this day, something like that. So hopefully most of you guys are in this range. If you're not, I'm sorry, nothing I can do about that. Note, please note, players can only receive a maximum of 15. They're just saying this as like a obviously like a common sense thing, like, oh, I'm reaching all of these days, so I should get all these tickets, right? No, you're only getting this. If you're at this, you're getting this. If you're at this, you're getting this. That's what this means. So that's pretty much makes sense to me. Now, something that I was not expecting whatsoever is 10. So this is basically one free Neo Vision, even though it's randomized. I did not expect to see this on top of this. So I would say, I mean, that's pretty good. I would say it's pretty good. I mean, I wish it was, you know, a choice, like you could pick, but hey, I'm the master of that ticket, as you guys know. So I am fully happy about getting those things. Now, we don't know at all what these contain. We can specify saying, oh, there's only getting 15, so there must be something good. Keep in mind, this is Gumi. They have dropped the ball with a lot of things in the past. This could be, you know, blue tickets, red star quartz, you know, a lot of junk. Or it could be something really amazing because they're only giving us 15. So it could be a lot of things here, guys. Anyways, moving on to more different things here. Something way more important than that. In my opinion, this is way more important. Going forward and progressing forward in the game, this is more important. Because it's this up here, it's nice, you know, it's nice to have. Oh, you'll enjoy it for a little time, but are you gonna remember any of this stuff in like a few weeks? Probably not, in my opinion. So this is way more important in considering the progression of the game here. As the global and Japanese versions are not released simultaneously. They approach content and scheduling at their own pace based on what each operation team finds the most efficient for the game. You can say what you want about that. I don't like that. It sounds like an excuse. The usual global is a different game moniker. No one really likes that except for Gumi. Of course they would like it, right? Of course they would. Because that means they can skip anything that they want and just say, different game. If you were looking at the JP version, it's your fault. Different game. They can just raise their hands up and shrug and just say different game every time. I don't like that. It's a big excuse. I don't like that. However, we are also aware that many of our players are closely following the JP version to the game. Therefore, we felt the need to communicate more clearly the operation team's intentions and plans for content to be released in the global version. There's a lot of things that were skipped, and way before, if you're a new player and you just noticed, you know about this, the Neovision Rush, there was units that were skipped even before that. Cloud of Darkness 5-star, and the Final Fantasy IV After Years units that were pretty decent, along with a lot of other ones that I can't remember. Oh, Cafe Charlotte, they definitely skipped it because Cafe Charlotte is on the Chinese version of all units. So if that can be there, then there's no excuse. They're concerning the Neovision Awakening of Xyle, who was not released in the global version. We chose to skip them. Chose to skip Xyle and Awakening in order to focus on more of our resources implementing new global content or other modifications. So Clash of Wills, I guess. But I mean, you're skipping a unit that all you had to do was copy and paste, and all you were working on Clash of Wills instead. You guys, like, it's a 4-star. It's copy and paste. That's all there for you. It's like if someone comes up to you with a cookie on a silver platter and say, I didn't want that cookie, sorry. It's just too much for me. I gotta work on, I gotta work on some brownies over here. You know? It's literally right there. Just take it. So Xyle not coming on is a big excuse. Xyle is a very good unit. Maybe they saw all my trial videos where I was clearing every video with Xyle on my team. Maybe that's for the reason, guys. Okay. However, after listening carefully to the community, we'll be putting priority on this implementation of such units in the future. Unfortunately, there really aren't very many units like this in the future. Slime, that's a collaboration unit, and that's probably to be expected to have, because like I'm sure they would want that in the game, but there aren't many units like this in the future other than like Riser, I guess, but he's going to be a completely different unit. Spoilers for everybody who was thinking that he was going to be 1-star all the way to Neovision Awakening. No, they already said Riser is going to be a completely new unit, by the way. So, sorry to spoil all your guys' parties. Riser is going to be completely new. Anyways, there really isn't anything in regards to something like Xyle happening again. I assume because they don't want to give out too many things like that. So, in rare cases in which it may be possible again for us to release certain units, we'll try to also communicate such intent to the community as clearly as possible. I think you guys need to not worry about Medina and Tidus Neovision Awakenings. Those are 5-stars, and like a lot of the 5-stars aren't being skipped. Like C-Card, for example. C-Card is a very strong physical tank that's really annoying in arena, but he wasn't skipped. So I don't think 5-star units are going to be ignored as Neovision Awakening. I think Xyle was just a unique circumstance, and I will say, I think people need to stop taking everything to the extreme just because it happened one time. Now, if it happens a second time, now you gotta start worrying about it. Like, for example, if the Dragon Quest collaboration comes and for some reason Slime is not there, now is the time to worry about what's going on. But it happened once. Not much you can do about it. Second time, now you gotta start raising the alarms a lot more. I was already raising alarms about Xyle because I love Xyle. as a New Vision Awakening, but not much I can do about it. Unfortunately, not much I can do about it. We have also discussed community concerns with the team in regards to certain story events. You know, all the story events that we skipped to get to New Vision, the New Vision era. So there were tons of story events that were skipped completely, such as the story events for Daisy and Poppy. These decisions were made for reasons similar to why we skipped Styles NVA, and unfortunately we do not intend to revisit the skipped story events. So I know it's easy to say like, oh, they skipped the story events, so we're not going to get all this Lapis, but I believe back then there was like a calculator on Reddit, and they said we were still getting around the same amount of Lapis even if they skipped the story events. So I will say that at least they gave us some Lapis in exchange for that, but apparently now we're getting even more. So we'd like to apologize in advance for other story events that may be omitted in the immediate future. Going forward, we have taken into account the feedback from the community and have determined to make the conceded effort to not skip such events when planning what content to bring to global. Now, I will say this might be the minority, but there are a lot of people out there that have told me and just said in general that they like the story event just because it has story that you can't get anywhere else. People have said even the story events are better than the actual story a lot of the time because they go into more detail instead of just the general story, or it's just like everybody together, whereas this story like Poppy and Daisy and for example and Cleon, they have their own backstory and all that kind of stuff you can't get anywhere else. So I think at least for the minority, including me, they probably would do the story event with no Lapis, and they would probably still do it anyways because it has good story in it. So that's just my opinion on that, because that's just what I've seen. So, as a token of our apology, we will plan to add a special campaign on a monthly basis starting from late September, giving out 5,000 Lapis each for a total of 3,000 Lapis spread across 6 similar special campaigns. That's the classic Gumi thing. Thank you for rating and your continual support. Signed by nobody. This could be Joe Blow Shimoni. From the 3rd floor janitor doing this, for example. I don't know who wrote this. If you're so proud and transparent or trying to be communicative, when you say signed by head developer, signed by Hirano, signed by someone, Hiroki, signed by somebody, that is also another thing I don't like if they're trying to be presentable and be transparent. If you're even watching this, Gumi, for some reason, make sure you're saying at the bottom, sign, like not literally signed, but like, hey, I wrote this. I'm the head developer. I wrote this. You don't even have to say a name. Just say I'm the head developer and I wrote this for you guys. That's just my opinion. I really don't like that where it's just like someone off the street could have wrote this for them. So we knew from the last letter that we're getting this. We don't know exactly. I know there's a lot of questions going around saying what are these going to be? How would I know? I know I have the same information. I have the same information as you guys do in regards to this. This I'm not happy about Zao being skipped, but I just have to say, I guess we're gonna have to figure out ways to do trials and things without Zyle, without his Looper's Fill, and without his Reaper Killer and all those other things that he has. Unfortunately, gotta figure out other ways. Ling is a very good alternative. Ling has a lot of options, so I guess it's kind of like a compromise, but unfortunately you have to pull Ling, you didn't have to pull Zyle, so I guess that's another thing. I would not be too worried, guys, about Medina. I know there's a lot of stress about Medina saying, oh, she would not come out because she's too strong, just because Zyle came out, he was too good. I really wouldn't worry about Medina. She should be very soon. In fact, I think she would be it's probably going to be after this upcoming event, or probably in the next month of September. I'm assuming she's gonna come out. So yeah, anyways, guys, that's my opinion. At least they're coming clean a little bit, and they're gonna start giving out some Lapis, because if this was last year or this was like a few months ago or something like that, they probably would have just swept this out under the rug again. I would say at least they're doing something. Are they going all the way? No, they're not going all the way with this, because if they were going all the way, hey, starting September 1st, everybody's getting 3,000 Lapis. Bam, now we don't have to worry about it ever again. Instead, they gotta drag their feet, the usual Gumi thing that they'll do. They'll spread it across to make you keep logging in to get more lapis. The JB side is like, hey, take the lapis, spend it, and now you can't just go around saving it. The global side is, maybe they won't have as much stuff, so we'll just keep giving them, and we'll keep spoon feeding them a little bit at a time, so they have to work for it. I know most people prefer to have the instant gratification of having the literal money in a place where they just push the coins across the table and you take all of it, you know, like in a gambling table or something. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. This is a very long video. I apologize for that. I want to know all your thoughts below. Is this sincere? Is this half sincere? Are you guys like on board with most of it but not on board with all of it, or on board with all of it? And once again, I'm just gonna say, I was trying not to be too negative, I was trying not to be too positive, because there are some good things in here, there are some bad things in here. But what you guys think in the comment section down below? I want to know what you guys think. I want to be in the comment section with you guys. I'm gonna see you guys in the comment section, so make sure you hit that up. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.